everybody. I hope you're all doing well today. So this is a relatively short little video. I just wanted to put something out to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart to everyone that has come by and watched my videos and who has subscribed to me and puts their likes and their comments. I really appreciate it all. At the time of this video, I not only made 200 subscribers, but I have just surpassed it at 205. And I've said it several times in the past, and I'll say it again. Every single living last one of you is valuable to me. I appreciate every single one of you. I've had the privilege of coming across some great people, and I've made some great friends, and it's all because of putting myself out there on YouTube and sharing the things that I enjoy most. And it's nice to see that some of you enjoy it as well, that you could appreciate my work. And I'm hoping in some way, my motivation for all this was not to achieve fame and fortune, because, you know, to be quite honest with you, I don't think that's going to happen. But if it does, so be it. But I'm doing it because I would like to be a bright spot in your day. Maybe coming across one of my videos and watching it gives you a little laugh, or reminds you of something pleasant, or you learn something, or you find that you can teach me something, which is awesome too. I've learned a lot from all of you. And that's fantastic. So I would just like to leave you better than when we found each other. As you do the same for me. I feel that I'm a better person after interacting with all of you. So I appreciate it very, very much. And I look forward to a long, happy future of making farming simulator videos and other little gaming videos as well. And it's going to be great. So I thought that I would treat you to a little bit of a slideshow. This is what I call my drive-by shooting, as in drive-by photo shooting. So I was taking a drive through town one day, and I thought, wow, you know, wouldn't it be nice to take some snapshots of different little elements, you know, in my cozy little New England town that actually compare with some of the maps that I play in Farming Simulator, and kind of shows you why I have fallen in love with this game. So let's go ahead and do that, and I'll talk a little bit about them, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so these are all photos of around my immediate, you know, neighborhood. I drive by this place, you know, quite often. It's a little ranch over here, and they raise horses. And they keep horses for other folks, and in the summertime and in, you know, through the fall, they're always out here. But as you see here from the little yellow sign over on the right on this signpost, there's an electric fence. So you got to be careful when you go up there. So they don't want you feeding the horses and all that, but it's nice to just stop and look. And this here is just a little red shed with a hand-stacked stone foundation that's, you know, tucked away in the woods there. And I've always loved this little shed. I can't tell you exactly why. Maybe because it's a little red barn out in the middle of the woods, but I always just found this very inspiring and photogenic. So yeah, I always like to enjoy that. So here's some of the walls in my town. As you see, all these along the back of the photo on that road, these are all hand stacked, and this one here was built later. I mean, you can see it's got mortar in there, but to keep in the theme of things. But these along the back of that road, those are all hand stacked stone walls, and many of the walls in this town have, I mean, they've been here for a long time. Not long in comparison to, you know, Europe, you know, and their landmarks, but in comparison in America, these have been here a long time. Some of them have been here since the 1600s, and and before I even go any further, You see that little black dog over in front of the White House? That's actually a statue. So that gets a lot of people. But as you can see here from this photo, I mean, I just think about what it took back then when they were settling this town to come here and not only clear the land of trees, but to, clear the ground of, ruts and stones and everything to make it even semi-suitable for farming. They had to work with the soil that they had. They didn't have all the modern conveniences we have now to enhance things. It took a lot of back-breaking work, and it's the same calloused hands that was doing that back-breaking work that placed these stones here. And I really, you can really appreciate that. Every time you touch, one of those stones in the wall, you're coming in contact with somebody's blood, sweat, and tears that it took to make this little town as beautiful as it is. And we've held on to a good amount of farming in my little town. I kind of liken this town to, I don't know if you've ever watched the movie called Up, but you know how there was this cute little house and then everything around it was getting built up, but progress was not going to affect this little house. So that's kind of like what this town is. I mean, we've got some modern amenities and all that, but for the most part, we've held on to our charm and some of our history. And, I live in the middle of, this little town is in the middle of a area where it's got some, like 4 major cities around it, 4 major towns around it. So our main roads can be a very busy thoroughfare from people getting from one of those major towns to another. But the charm still remains here. And we've got a good amount of farming. It's not huge, large-scale farming. It's small-scale stuff. But it's, we still manage to hold on to it and actually make a go of it. We've got, vegetable farming. We've got apple orchards, stuff like that. And we have greenhouses, and they supply the local places and the big box stores. So that's great. This little picture here is there's actually a house over on the right side, and I took a picture of it, but it came out very blurry. But it kind of looks like a little Charles Dickens cottage. It's got that funny sloped roof, like a little gingerbread house. But over in the backyard, he's got a farm field over here. But he's got these little signs that he made and he put up on the tree pointing in different directions where, which way you'd be headed to go to these areas. So I thought that was pretty cool. So here's more of those stone walls. That's right where that little signpost was. The signpost is over to the right. And just beyond this is a nice field that they farm, and that's this here. So really nice. And he goes out way out there. So like I said, not massive, but as you can see, just like in some of the maps that we play here, the Chellington and Willow Tree Farm and Thornton Farm and all that, we've got the beautiful tree-lined fields with the stone walls and the hedges and stuff like that. And, when I saw that in Farming Simulator, I was like, wow. I said, this is like playing in my own town. So, and here's one of the nice shady lanes that I, drive down quite a bit on my way back and forth to different places. So here's a little intersection, and beyond this grass border here is a pretty good-sized farming field. One of the more major farmers in our town owns. So, but I've always liked this little kind of area here. It's kind of like one of those dramatic crossroads pictures, So, and as you see here, it's got the sign, native fruits, fresh eggs, fresh corn, all of that. And I have some pictures. I do walk down into that field and talk to the guys, and I did go down and ask if I could take some pictures. So they were harvesting some corn, and over here they harvest all this. There's other goods growing here too, other vegetables and stuff like that. But over here, over in the back to the left, you can see all the corn. that it's ready for harvest, and then over to the extreme left, stuff that still needs a little bit of time, and even stuff in front here that's still kind of green. But they harvest all this by hand, with sickles and machetes. They're out there with a little tractor and they're cutting it down, one stalk at a time. Talk about work. So here's another picture. So as you can see, the stuff in the front here, it still needs a bit of time, but the stuff over to the left, kind of center left, and to the right in the center, that's ready to go. And as you can see here, just things like the little road leading in here, the white crushed stone gravel. I've seen that in so many of these farming simulator maps. It's just great. And here's a picture of the little John Deere tractor that they use. And as you see in the back here, they've got some squash, some hazelnut squash there, and yellow squash, and they're throwing corn up on the back over there. They'll put them in those bushels, those little baskets over here. So nice guys, very friendly. Here's a close-up of the old 2350 John Deere tractor. Got their little trailer back there. I have an old rickety trailer just like that in game. So did my little black and white and color technique there. Another picture of it from another angle. So he's got some bigger tractors too. I've only seen him with John Deere though. I don't think he owns anything else. I've gone over to his main farm area that's on another side of town, and it seems like he's got about 4 John Deere tractors, this being the smallest one. And this is just another little picture, kind of showing the textures in the ground, like I said, and the corn. A lot of corn. And here's another little crop over here that they grow. I'm not quite sure, to tell you the truth, what that is. But just thought I'd show you. Another little interesting angle of the little road leading between the two corn fields here. Another angle. More corn. Now this over here, this is across the road and down a piece. But this family owns a Christmas tree farm. So, and you can't see it over from the, it's to the back of that little driveway on the left, but they have a pretty decent sized little field there, and they grow Christmas trees. So that's really nice to drive by here in the wintertime, and you see the snow capped on all the little trees over there. It's a really, really nice sight. And please don't take it anything personally. I do blur out certain information because I want to protect people's privacy and my own privacy too. So nothing personal. So here's another picture of this particular farm. They are one of the suppliers for the big box stores, and they grow all different kinds of flowering plants and stuff like that. And over beyond these trees here, they have a massive set of greenhouses. And I'll have to, at some point, post a picture. I took a really cool black and white picture of those greenhouses, and they actually turned out, the way the light was hitting them, like chrome. It was really cool. And here's that little road. Those barns are over on the left, and here's the little road going up towards that cornfield that I showed you. And they have another field over here where they grow all kinds of things. And this, let's see if I can show you in another picture. Yeah, this is the house. You've seen this in the Farmer's House Entertainment snippet in my introductions. And there's a little glimpse on the right of the greenhouses under that big tree. And I just thought this was just a cool little shed. This is like something you find plopped down somewhere on Farming Simulator, so I thought it'd be pretty cool to show that. It's another little view of the field. And this is the road that leads up to where I live. And, every day I pull into this road, this is the site that I get to see. And even when it's like early on in the spring, coming into summer, there's beautiful flowers and stuff blooming over here. It's really nice. And this big field in the back, that farmer that owns that cornfield, he comes over here with his tractor and cuts it and bales it up for hay. I don't know if he has livestock of his own. He might sell the hay, but it's a win-win situation. He gets to come over here and take what he needs, and we get all that cut. Here's another picture of the road that leads up to where I live. And right around this bend here, there's some beautiful weeping willow trees. We've lost a couple of them, due to bad weather and age and disease. Yeah. And this is just another little picture. This is a little roundabout in that road that leads up to where I live. It's a nice roundabout. It's got some trees perched in the middle with a little rock garden and stuff like that. Really, really nice. And the whole area is just nice big shade trees. It's really nice. So, yeah. So that's, there'll be more pictures as time goes by. So I just thought this was like impromptu. Like I said, I was just driving home from someplace and just I started snapping some pictures, and I thought, wow, this would be great to show everybody. So that was how this materialized. So forgive the quality. There's nothing epic here, but at least you get a decent little idea, and I get to share something personal with you. So I do hope you've enjoyed it. And again, thank you all very much from the bottom of my heart for subscribing and watching and interacting with me. I really appreciate it, and I hope you will for a long time to come. So wherever in the world that you call home, I hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, or evening. And until we meet again, please take good care of yourself. And bye-bye for now.